There is no surprise that I play Valorant, and I made a couple of videos about it. And I love the game, or used to love it in a sense, but lately it feels less worth my time to launch it and invest in it. The game used to feel exciting, like every match felt like a test of strategy, skill and teamwork. But nowadays, it feels more like a test of my mental health. And honestly, every time I click play, I'm asking myself, why am I still doing this? And I know I'm not alone because so many people feel the same way. And I think the answer to this question is simple. I think the reasons why Valorant doesn't feel exciting anymore, I think it's because of these 5 problems, which are smurfs, new players, people leaving mid-match, parties, trolls, and lastly, cheaters.
You got me jumping like.
Let's start with smurfs, okay? Because they're practically a plague in Valorant or any other online game. If you don't know what a smurf is, it's basically when a high ranked player, someone who's maybe diamond, immortal, even radiant, decides, you know what would be fun? Making a new account and absolutely bodying people who are still figuring out which side of the map is A side. As a player who is hard stuck in low elo, I'm not complaining about it because every ranked match is an opportunity for me to improve my gameplay, my strategies and my game sense. But the problem is, smurfs, they don't just ruin the match, they ruin the progression, they ruin the experience. Like for example, let's take a new player who keeps getting destroyed over and over and over by them. Instead of learning the game mechanic and improving, they will just quit the game. Even for experienced players like me, it's exhausting. Like, you're trying to climb the ladder, you're trying to rank up, but half of your games are either getting stomped by smurfs or having one on your team making it unfair the other way, which everybody like that, the latter. And honestly, when matches stop feeling fair, what's the point of a rank system at all? And Riot claims they fixed that issue, but it is happening even more now than it used to be. Now, the flip side of smurfs is the flood of actual new players. And let me be clear, I don't blame them, everyone has to start somewhere. But Valorant isn't exactly beginner friendly type of game. Like, the game demands knowledge of utility, economy management, callouts, positioning, recall pattern. It's overwhelming. And yet, matchmaking just tosses new players into the fire. So you end up with matches where 2 or 3 people on your team are brand new. They're running around with their knives out, planting the spike in the open, or full bind an Odin in round 2, like it's Call of Duty or something. Meanwhile, the enemy team, sweaty veterans who know every angle, every peek, every off-meta smoke lineup. At that point, the game feels unwinnable. And instead of being fun, it feels like babysitting. And let's be honest, no one cues Valorant thinking, yeah, I want to teach a stranger how to hold B-side today. And when you start giving advice of like how to plant or use utils, you are literally met with kids or toxic people who refuse to listen. But hey, even if you somehow survive the smurfs, survives the newbies, there is always that one teammate who just leaves. And it doesn't matter if it's because of internet issues, tilt, or they just don't feel like playing anymore, or because we're losing. No. Once they're gone, the team is crippled. Like, Valorant is a tactical 5v5 shooter. It's built around having a full squad. Losing even one player can completely change the balance. And yeah, sure, Riot has the remake option. That is bullshit because you can only use it after 2 rounds. So if anyone leaves mid-game, then congrats, there's nothing you can do about it. And I know there are penalties for dodging or leaving, but that doesn't fix the game that's already been ruined. Playing 4v5 isn't competitive, it's torture. You're not thinking, how can we win this round? You're thinking, how fast can this game end so I can queue again and pray for better teammates? And when you start feeling like you're wasting your time, the game stops being rewarding. And now let's talk about the thing that I hate the most. Let's talk about parties. We all suffered from them, specifically the 3 or 4 stacks. You know the ones that I'm talking about, dude. They're all queued up together in Discord, hyping each other up, and to them, you're just like a background noise. They don't ping, they don't call out, and if you need a weapon or heals, you get ignored completely. And when you make a play, it's radio silence. And this is what baffles me, and if you're the last one standing, you get no information at all, but they expect from you a clutch. Make it make sense. And the worst part is, these stacks usually only play for themselves. They will trade for each other, set each other up, and ignore the random solo teammates entirely. So instead of 5-man team, it's 4 friends, 3 friends, maybe even a couple, and a stranger. And being that stranger feels awful. Like, Valorant is supposed to be about communication, coordination, but if you're the odd one out, you might as well mute the mic and play deathmatch. And then, of course, we have the trolls. The plague of every online game. Every online game has them, but in Valorant they hit differently. You've got the guy who insta-locks your role just to throw. The guy who body blocks you in spawn. The guy who wastes all his utility on teammates because he thinks it's haha funny. And my personal favorite, the one who takes the spike and just refuses to plant it. Because comedy, right? Funny, I'm gonna tilt my teammate. And the problem is, one troll doesn't just ruin your game, they ruin the experience for other people. And unlike smurfs or newbies, trolls aren't there to play at all. They're there to waste your time, and when you realize someone would rather ruin the match than actually try, you can feel all the motivation drained instantly. Or you can try hard and still lose, and that is even worse because you tried. Like, okay, cool, now I'm stuck in a 40-minute hostage situation of a game. And finally, we've got cheaters. Riot's Vanguard system is supposed to be the iron wall against hacks, you know, look, no hacks can come through. And to be fair, it catches a lot. But the fact is, some still slip through. And the moment you face one, it doesn't matter how hard you've practiced your aim, your game sense, your utility usage, your crosshair placement, because nothing beats wall hacks and aimbots. The damage isn't just in that one match either. It's psychological, to be honest. Like, losing to a cheater makes you question every other game. Like, was that guy actually that good? Or was he hacking? Was he lucky? Like, should I even bother grinding on ranked when cheaters exist at every level? You have cheaters in iron, cheaters in bronze, silver, diamond, ascendant. Like, it's crazy. It makes improvement feel meaningless. Because why put in effort when someone else can just download a skill? And don't get me wrong, winning against a cheater who claims he isn't cheating is the most satisfying thing you can ever feel. But it takes every ounce of mental power to achieve it. And then you are no longer in the mood to play another match. So either way, they ruin the game for you.
Aku sayang, kamu juga sayang.
Valorant has so much potential. Like, we see in it, like, every new day, like, new players enter, like, the esports scene is still strong. Like, it has the game has amazing gameplay, creative agents, a thriving esports scene, but the today experience is constantly undermined by smurfs, newbies, rage quitters, trolls, and cheaters. It doesn't matter how good the game is on paper if the actual experience of playing it feels like punishment. At the end of the day, games are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be rewarding. But when I queue up for Valorant, it doesn't feel like fun anymore. It feels like work. And if that's the case, is it even worth playing? But hey, that's just how I see it, you know? Like, do you guys still enjoy Valorant? Like, or are you just feeling the burnout too? Like, let me know down in the comments. And if you like the video, like, don't forget to hit that like button, because at this point I need some kind of